this is going to be my first live for the Christmas season. But before I start the live, my voice is not very clear because I have bad flu and cough. So pardon my voice, okay? Just pardon my voice. And if you can't hear what I'm saying, right, you can respectfully put down in the chat room so that I can repeat it. Though we're going to work with something much simple today, I just wanted us to do this, and I hope you all are going to be attentive in this live because I want to make it short as possible. And tomorrow I'll be doing a live, but I want to do my nails, so you'll be able to see that visibly. Let me first get some extra things. So if I'm not audible enough, you can just write that in the text and I repeat it because I'm having bad flu and cough, and it will be hard for me to be able to communicate the way I usually do. These are the nail holders that I'm going to use, and we're making only 4 designs, so it's a bit not that very much hectic. Tomorrow I would like to do a joint live with Maria. I'm going to send her an email to see if she is ready for it, but if she's not, then maybe next Saturday. And as you always know, this is the same stiletto brand that I use. So I'm going to do them, but the size I want is, let me see what size is suitable. 4.5. Yeah, we're going to use, no, let's not use that. I feel that's so short, too small. Let's go from, welcome to the live. Let's go for size 3. I'm going to use size 3. As I said, I wish I get better so that tomorrow I will be able to do a joint live with her. But if I don't feel fine, I don't think I'm going to do that joint live. Instead, I'll just do my own nails instead on the live for you guys, because I feel these nails have been over like for a month and they're so outgrown. It's not a good sign to have very crooked nails. I don't think it's something that I would want most people to have. I don't know what the time is in your respective regions. For me here, it's 5 minutes past 4 p.m. Yes, that's East African time right now. 7 minutes actually now. I'm just having lunch yet. So you all are welcome to it. It's not like something excessively much. I think it's something that can cut across the whole world. Like what I'm eating right now, it's not something that is eaten only in a specific part of the world that the rest cannot. It's not that much of a big deal. Just this. Like you can all have that. That's what I'm having for lunch. And then for the drink, this. This, I think it's an American basil seed. Yeah, that's what I'm having specifically right now. So you all are invited. Don't say that I ate alone during my life. I want to do mainly like it's a white set with some bit of red and greens. So let me first get, I feel like this green is good for Christmas themed designs. Going to have it somewhere here. Let me get the white. I prefer to use this Roniki white. Then the red. Let's go with this red instead of face done, because the other red, I feel it's not much. It doesn't give me the shine enough. Then what other color is remaining? On the green, we've already picked the red, the white, and the green. Let me see. Basically, it's just that though this MR that I've written here is the matte, I want to put some matte dots. I want to put it matte, but then some gloss dots on it to be able to give me some other extra look onto the nail. that will work. Let me first get the mat. Okay. Yeah, we're using the Roniki mat. Hello Zoha, how are you? Welcome to the live. Is this your first time on a live? On one of my lives, or you've been here before? Oh, it's only you. How are you doing? And which country are you from? From Uganda. That's in East Africa. Which country are you from? Come in the camera. What do you mean by I should come in the camera? Do you know who I am? Who are you? I don't know who you are. So who are you? So I feel like my life for tomorrow, I want to do some Nightmare Before Christmas themed nails. I've been trying to like get to know more of the characters. Today I was researching more about them. I would have done it today, but then time might not be able to allow us to do that. So I'm going to just work with this simple, easy design. I'm curing this for a minute, then we'll apply the base coats later. But then I feel like I'm going to do more of that tomorrow. That's if I do my nails on time. Hi, Miss Emang. How are you? Is this your first time in the live or you are a subscriber? I love to interact with my subs. So if we can see here, the first design we have white as the background. The second one also has white as the background. Then we have green here, and there we have red. So let's first start with the whites. We're going to apply the whites. As I had said, I'm using the Roniki gel polish, and this is the Summer Sunshine collection, and it's shade number 01. So we're going to work with the Roniki. The white background, we have it on 2, then we're going to do the green. and the red later. So I've done the white. We're going to do one for green. It has the green background, but I feel like most of these designs are matte. I feel like they will look better matte, so we'll see it. Though right now we can decide on that. Let's first do this and see how it all gets. I'm blushing because I'm eating while talking and doing work, so it's affecting me. And sorry for the noise in the background. It's a Friday, so kids usually finish their lectures early and they come home early, and there's a lot of noise in the neighborhood, so it needs you to be kind of like a gentle person to deal with such. So we're going to do the red, which is the last. As I said, I use Face Done, shade number 05, 050 actually. Here's the red. Pro tip, never cue immediately apply the base coat. Give it like 30 seconds or a minute to spread through. So you can see this is the color alignment, but give it some time to spread through fully before you cure it. So we're going to cure this for 2 minutes. For those who have just joined the live for the first time, I love doing live streams a lot. I prefer to work on a live so that I can interact with my followers. But then for the nails that we're going to be doing, they're not going to just be only Christmas themed. We're going to make sure we have some fall aspects into it. We'll also be adding some bit of winter. We don't experience winter here except you're someone who comes from the mountains. Because we have Mountain Elgon, it has snow. We have Mountain Renzori, it also has snow, like a lot. So if you are people from those two regions, you experience snow here. But if you're not, we don't. But that doesn't stop me from creating some bit of winter. I hope you can see my camera well. So we're going to create all the green aspects of the nails first. On every nail that has a green aspect, we're going to make sure we create that green aspect before we start working on these other designs of other colors. I would do like one nail at a time, but I feel like it's easier for us to work with that one specific color that needs the design. As long as the design is not that much of a consuming one that needs you to give in all the attention, then you can work with that. But if you are someone who needs to who has like a design you have to make where each design takes a lot of time, I would really advise you give it a bit of time. Like this red one that we had to put matte before we put the green aspects on it, right? So we're going to apply this matte onto it so that we'll have that wet application of the green into it later. As always, I say, make sure to apply your matte, give it some time to spread through the whole nail, then you put it down to, you put it under the lamp later. We're done with that. Then there's this other green aspect that we're supposed to apply here. Let me get where did I put my brushes? Oh my god, I'm not seeing my brushes. I knew let me first leave them. Check them somewhere. So we're going to leave this to cure. I'm not seeing my brushes. I don't know where I placed them. I hope I've not placed them under the rug. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I've got them all. So we're going to draw the leaf design there. So make sure to first you wet your brush very well. But then when you're doing this, I hope you can see now my camera well. We're not trying to like make some form of like, we don't want the leaves to have that stem look which is kind of obvious. So we're going to make it move like an invisible line and then just curve the leaves. Guys, like the live. I can see 11 people in the room with us. Please do like the live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on all your notification bells. And as you can see, I usually do sketch my nails, but when I'm doing the designs, I end up adding some extra things. So when you see me adding new designs onto what I already pre-drawn, that is a leeway for you to also be able to make suggestions. You can make suggestions on what you feel I should add on to the design. As long as it aligns with the dream, you get it, we're going to add. And also, let's keep the chat room respectful. I don't want to have issues with YouTube regarding how my comment sections are. So you can see we've put the first leaf design here. The mat has been cured, so we're going to add the green aspects that we needed for here. If you have jewelry like charms which are green in color, I think you can do it here instead. You can use the brush or the dotting tool, but here let me use the dotting tool. I feel it will be easier to work with it. Chop, 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 chop. If you have, it doesn't have a specific pattern, I'm just going to do some things that are adorable at the end of the day. I don't have charms, that's the reason why I'm using the green color to supplement and give it that look, you get it? So it's not like I'm running away from the original set. Then we're also going to apply some bit of top coat, but the glossy one. We're going to make some dots using it also on this red, a few dots. So we're going to cure this. Then this other white, we have some aspects of green and red, but before we work on the red, let's first do the green aspects first. So guys, can you drop for me some of your best characters for Nightmare Before Christmas? Because tomorrow I'm going to work on a live for it. I'm going to create nails themed in it, and it will be a beautiful, beautiful idea. If I can get your suggestions on some of the characters early, so that when I'm going to sketch, because I prefer to sketch my designs before I come live, so that I can sketch some of them. So I think this is the first. Then the second one, we're going to draw it somewhere here. Let's first get a very thin. Let me see. Here. I also prefer to take my time when I'm doing my designs because I do get sometimes emails from beginner nail techs who view my content, and whenever I'm live, they're also trying to like learn what I'm doing by doing the same. So it wouldn't be of advantage for me to rush the live. Oh, I'm off the camera. Pardon the noise in the background. Those are my neighbors. Done with their lectures for the day, so they make a lot of noise. You know how the guys can be. So there's an extra green we're supposed to do. They're going to be red and greens, but let's first do the greens first. We've done the three green dots. So we're going to make the last leaf and we put it under the lamp to cure. So we're going to cure this. Let me sew it for you well. We're going to cure it for a few minutes. As it cures, let's work on the purely green, which has some aspect of white. So that means we're working next to the white color. I think for those whites, let's use this very thin but long brush and see if it's not giving us what we want. We're going to change to another brush, but for now, let's use it. They're just more like snowflakes, but oh, As that cures, let's continue with the work which is here. Uh, Now, we're supposed to work with the red, right? Yeah, we've already done that. That means we're going to do with a dotting tool. Let me first get my red out of the bottle. We're going to cure it. I think these ones can work because there are three. Yeah, those three, and basically it's done. Let me first cure this. We see what aspects are missing out the design. But before that, I feel like I want to add some extra white things here. White. Where is in the lower side of the dotting tool? Just here, here. Yes. So we're going to cure this. At least we're giving it like a minute. And then let me continue eating my food. I think we have a lot of time. Why don't we do some extra set, like some extra designs? I don't know, I just feel like I want to do some extra designs. Let me see. We do those four, and let's create another extra four. Should we? Like, I need to get from you guys. Should we continue with some extra designs? Do you think that will be a good idea? Because I feel like this extra design I wanted to do is very basic. I want something which is catchy. But now we're going to do these designs after this. But let's first finish this first. Now we're going to put some top coat onto them. This is already done because we wanted. I didn't have charms, so I had to improvise by doing colors to make it look like there's some charms on top of it, you know. So a girl is broke, so let's not laugh at her. But we're going to do these extra designs that are just shown for you guys. So tighten your zips. It's going to be a bit a longer live because I'm adding some extra designs onto this. Because I really want to spend much time with you guys on lives, but it becomes a bit hard if we don't have an interaction, you know. Like, there are things we can be talking about during our live sessions. So just make those suggestions, and as long as the topics are very relatable. And when I say relatable, I don't mean politics. I'm not into politics. I don't like talking about politics. I just know that the US, I think, finished its elections recently, and it's not having a good test for a lot of people. So I don't like talking about politics. I hope I'm quite visible for everyone, right? Like, what I'm doing is quite visible. Let me get my other nail holders as these ones cure, so that we start working on the other set. We're going to use the same nail shapes because this is, no, it's not. Wow, that means I need to go and pick the shapes for this. Let me first get them. It's later. We're using coffins. I think let's use size 2 for the coffins, for this coffin nail art we're going to do. Wait, these new designs, what colors? Let me first see the colors that are there. We're having red, white, green. It's basically like the same colors this side here. That means we can still keep these. For everyone who has just joined, welcome to the live. We've finished our first set of designs. We're going to start on the second set. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Just stay tuned and calm. For this one, we're going to use these coffee nails. These are the designs. So let's get there are four. Also, I prefer working with four, not fives, because you can easily decide to just alienate one design whenever you're doing nails and make it like the others, or it can just be a plain, like do some extra work onto it. That's the power of having 5 fingers. You can work on the four, and the other has to be kind of a bit basic. And who's going to beat you up? No one. So now let's get the base coat and put it on. Just because I don't apply primer on my base before my base coat, that doesn't mean you should do that. I just do this for practice, for my design practices. But when you're doing someone's nails or you're making custom made press on nails, it's a must apply some primer. Because when you apply nail primer, it's going to hold all the products well and they'll be together well. So they'll unify well. So it's best you apply it, okay? Apply it for them to stick on well, for the nails to last longer, because we don't want nail art chipping off. Doesn't give a good name at the end of the day. So let's cure this. Let me first get the designs for you all to see. This is these are the designs now. The first set that we had done, from the red, then to the green, the pure white and the green, then this other which had other extra design looks to it. I'm going to record a proper shot for them and take some photos and post them in my community tag, so don't forget to check that out. First nail we're having has a red base and its designs in white. So we're going to do that white base, that red base first. Which is here, let me check. Yeah. Let me see the next. What's the background? I'm still trying to figure out the background here. Oh, we're doing brown. For the second nail, we're having brown. That's its base. Now let me check among my nails, nail polish colors, which one I feel would do best. I think let's use this and a darker shade of brown. It's very deep. I think it will be best. It's from gel polish, and shade number is 0. It's 208, as you can see. Let's put it. Then the next has a background of, let's see. It has a background of red also. Oh, whoopsie. This was removed off. Let me change it to one of these. We're applying red. For this one, we're using this red to hold the face down. Okay, we have applied the red. Also, this last one also has red as the, no, it doesn't have red as the background. It has white. Where's my white? Let's see. We're going to give it a minute to set, then we cure it under the lamp. I don't like messing my hands with polish. The white has really messed it up for me. So I need to clean. I need to, yeah. So let me take the last bite of my food. As this it. So they have cured. We're going to now start working on the designs, each design. But I feel let's start with the easier design. It's going to be more easy for us to work the way through. And from all these designs, I feel the easiest one is the one with these straps, the red straps. So we're going to do, I don't know how the design is called. It's just some design I do see a lot with people. So with that, we're going to have how many? We have three very thin lines. We're going to first create those thin lines. My phone is a bit overly slanted down today. This I feel it's too high. Like and well to cover. Let me first remove that and we create another one which is more slanty to the surface instead. I've wiped it off. Let's create another one instead. I feel that one was so high because based on the design, it starts like from. Oh my god! Let me think that you can now see where right. I've adjusted my camera now. Oh, it's also well too curved. I don't know. I feel like I want something more straight, but these keep on curving themselves. Okay, let me redo using some other technique. If I have this here, I want it to join here. me just be creative. I'm going to do this large now. Then I'll just make the other lines more thinner. Now I think we can make that thin line here. It's an air bubble here I'm trying to remove. Voila, you can now see it's better now compared to the first time we tried it out. This other one, let's make that large. Bowie, your line. So let's make that thin line in between here. When I say thin, I don't necessarily mean like perfect thin. If you have the hand to do a perfectly thin one, I think that's a beautiful thing also. I'm just not like the one who loves perfectionism. I prefer the idea to be in with everyone, you know. Now we're also going to do a very thin one down here. And that will be the end because we have like 2 large ones and 3 thin ones. On camera, if I'm off camera, please inform me in the chat room. We're going to cure this as we work on these other designs. Let me see what design next are we working with. Let's do the snowflakes. Let's do it. We're doing it using white. As I always say, the goal is to do something similar to the creation, It doesn't have to be extremely perfect, but I want you to be able to put something that is close to your design dream. I think this would be so beautiful if I had some acrylic but then I don't plan on working with acrylic on my lives because it's hard to get good quality acrylic where I'm from. So I prefer to usually not use certain products on my lives, even just for creating designs for people I don't. Unless someone is paying for it. Otherwise, I just don't use my acrylic online. So we're going to cure this, then we'll come and perfect the parts that we need after it later. So yeah, we're curing that for a minute. Meanwhile, as that is going to be cured, let's work on the building. There's this building thing down here. But for us to do that, we need to first draw the first design in it. That is this. It's like a ginger house. And we cannot perfect this in any way that you like. There's no specific trend for it, but just be creative in giving it that over. Oh God, MTN, why with these messages right now? MTN is like our mobile network system here, and it's annoying, honestly, because right now I'm not using Wi-Fi, so I have to like pay mobile data from them. It doesn't even make like 3 hours. They're telling you data which you have bought for 3 days is done. Like, we're being cheated. So we're going to, you can see now, we're going to cure this. As that cures, let's work with the white, which we are trying to recreate some beautiful magic with. We're using, let's use the dotting tool here. But before we do that, let's first do this. The snowflakes, I think everyone has a different way to do it. There's some I prefer to do just more like stitches, because I feel it's a lot of energy if I'm going to work my way up with carving the flex pads, the manifolds. It takes me some good time. So let's just, okay, this is my other way that I do it. It's just my other way of doing it. I running away from responsibilities. So this also, but these ones are going to curve them a bit. As I would like to apply some acrylic on this. No, I can't, because I'm going to have a hard time trying to find good powder afterwards at the end of the year. So I just prefer not to work with it. The final. So let's do some, we're going to do some dots, enclosing dots for the snowflakes, manifolds here each. Let me see, these ones we're going to do dot, 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 not much. For these ones here, we're doing dot, dot, here. So as you can see, we're going to cure this also. As that cures, let's now work on the gingerbread. Oh, see, I'm supposed to use what? Black to outline the. Yeah, we need black. Let's start with the door, then we move out later. Because I feel like if we have space for that door already, every other thing will fall in place, right? So let's work with that door because we're having there. For the door, we're going to line it using black. That means let's first do the white, which is supposed to be for the. Ooh, things are falling down. Let me first clean. I have some things that have just fallen down and going to cost us if we don't clean them right now immediately. Let's first put the white for the door, then we will line it using that black and shade the red, which is supposed to be in between, because there's really a lot in that. It's just that I couldn't write them all the details down, but there's a lot there. So let's sort this pulpy here. Do two lines parallel to each other. You can make them as thick as to your interest. It's not like a must of how you have to put the thickness. It's an optional thing, but at least just endeavor to have the thickness all looking the same, because it wouldn't make sense for one side to be more thick and than the other. Then here you draw like a curve. That's the reason why I was saying that make sure the thickness is kinda equal so that when you're drawing the curve, it doesn't look more bulgy from one side than the other. But then also you're going to line using black, so you don't have to be very perfect with it, but just make sure you spread the product enough. Then there is let me see. Oh yeah, something like more of like a ventilator. What's I have here? Let me see. Yeah, then we're remaining with one dot using the white. That's like the door knob, which we're going to dot using a white just somewhere here. So we're going to cure this, then we come back to continue with the design later. Let's cure that for like a minute. For those of you who have just joined the live, welcome to the live. I love going live a lot, and I prefer to do most of my designs on a live. So if it's your first time here, you can go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss any update of any time that I'm going live. As that cures, I think let's start with the gingerbread. Gingerbread needs us to have some kind of brown. Yeah, needs brown. We're going to use the same brown. Oop. We're going to use the same brown that we used for the other. Let me first turn it somewhere here. Yes, we're going. I think we'll work on that separately. Let's first work on this house. Since we have done the house, so we're going to let's use this tiny brush instead, the very thin brush. It's long also, so we're going to use it, but we have to have some control. If you don't have control with yours, I would suggest use a shorter brush, but it shouldn't be very thick. done that, and we're just going to line this one outside, the outside part only, not lining the inner parts. But if you also want to line it inside, you can. Though I just don't see the need to line it from inside. Mm-hmm. So we have applied this. Then let's cure it before we make the red lines in. Guys, do you think I should matte the designs? I shouldn't matte them because I feel like they will look good in their matte form. That's just what I'm observing. They will really look good. But then let's try and finish. Then we see whether we should matte them or we shouldn't. So we're going to do red cross lines. Let me see. Yeah, we're doing red cross lines here. As I said, the technique to working with nail art and having good nail art is that the brush, how your hand controls it. If you feel you can't control a longer brush, I would advise you use the shorter ones. Then with time you move, and you also know there are nails. Like for example, if you have very long nails, it needs you to work with kind of longer brushes. But it's not like a must because I can use both short and long brushes for like long nails or short nails. I can, but it also takes time for you to be able to have that control with your brushes. So we have that red, and there's the only thing remaining now. They're like going to be best using dotting tool. Let me see. We're having the green dots. We're having two green dots. We're having two red dots. No, there are three red dots and two green dots. So let's start with the red dots. And the red, the two green are large. Okay, let's do the greens first. The ones that are here and here, which are already written. You can see this is the die I'm working with. We have already had that. So we're going to do next the reds. This other red, which is above, it has to be big. The one here, yeah, you can see it's big. Then the ones at the side, let's do smaller ones. As I'd said, if you have charms, you can use that instead of having to use what I'm using just to dot. You don't need that. So we have the reds. I think we're done with this. Yeah, with this one we're done. Let's come and work on the other design. The bread. My fridge stopped and I thought maybe power has gone, I do have some power issues sometimes here. So when it goes, that means we cannot be able to continue with the design. But regardless, I don't think we're going to suffer this time around with it. That's the beautiful part about Fridays. It's like ushering people to the weekend, and most guys are more likely not going to experience issues with power. By the way, we're having, what's his name? Vibe, not vibes. It's Dexter. Dexter, what? I don't know his other name. He's a Jamaican artist. He's coming in my country today. He's supposed to, I think he's performing tomorrow. So that's the reason why I'm doing my nails, because I want to go. Yeah, I don't know how to sing these songs, but you know, for us, we party here a lot. For us here, we party whether we know how to sing the artist songs or we don't. We are going to party. That is us, Uganda. We party a lot. The nightlife here is very heavy. So we're going to go. I'm going to go. I bought the tickets already. I just need to go for it tomorrow evening. Let's see. This is supposed to be like this. Let's first do this using the brown, because we're going to line it using white, so don't worry on that. But let's first use brown to give us a shape for the shirt. Not necessarily a shirt, but the upper part of the body. Let's see. Mhm. Yeah. So I think we've done the shirt. At least now we can be able to form these better. So I said we're going to line using white, so we really don't need that much of perfection there. Just that I want us to be able to have some form of balance on the whole nail. Like let all the designs be able to spread well throughout the nail. Let's not focus on only one side of the nail. Yeah, those other aspects are going to come. We're going to cure the body, then we will come and work on those remaining parts. Let's first cure this for a minute at least. For those of you who are still watching the live, oh, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave your comments. If you have things you would want to know about a business, about content creation, you can leave me them in the comments chat. It's here 5:35. That means we've worked for an hour now, an hour and 31 minutes. So it's the body has dried. That means we're doing the next thing. That is lining. We're going to line using white. Let's first do the lining using white. So we don't need very much. Let's reduce that. Then we're going to also line the shirt. We're just going to draw like some curve like things here. Not necessarily much. I should have a natural flow, you know. Then the ones at the shut end here also. Let's move a small head. Now, we're also going to do this like triangle like thing here to give it some form of texture, a realistic texture. Now we're going to draw the mouth. Some people will use yellow here. I don't have yellow in gel, and neither do I have it in polish. So we're going to use white to just sketch this out. The white already. The eyes, I wanted to make them with green. Okay, let's first leave that there and dot the greens first. I wanted to make the eyes using green. Let's dot using the green. We're using the same green. We're not using another shade. I've dotted using green. We're using also another green. We're dotting here in the middle. And we're going to do red, but smaller reds. And here. Now we're going to cure this and we'll cross check on what we're missing from the design. Oh. Is this calling? I think we've done most of the things here. We'll cross check, but let them first dry out. So they're here. Let's decide on what we're going to do. I don't know. I feel like I wanted to mat them, but now I'm looking at them and I'm saying I feel they look better with gloss. You can see all of them here, right? Let's first use the gloss instead. I don't think I want to mat them anymore. These ones that I put here about to cause me some issues. Let me try them the remaining gels and clean my brushes first. So we're going to cure it for a minute and we see the end result. I'm very tired because I've really had a very long day today. Yes, the fever is just increasing and increasing. So I've been asking you guys in the chat to tell me some of your favorite characters from Nightmare Before Christmas. Have not got any, so how am I going to create that tomorrow? Or I just have to do my own things there. Because sometimes I realized in this field, you may find something is quite interesting and attractive. That's not what your viewers like, right? So I really would appreciate it if I got feedback from my viewers on what they would like on the designs and what they don't find interesting, because I really wanted to do that live tomorrow. I'll start it with my nails because my nails are outgrown. As you can see, they are really very outgrown. We're going to take them off tomorrow. We do a new set instead. A new set for me. Then after doing that new set, we're going to do the other nails that I'm saying. So that means it's like we're having like 3 or 4 hours tomorrow in my live stream. And I'll appreciate it if all of you turned up. So I'm going to go through the designs and maybe plan and sketch out some characters that I would like. And we'll see that tomorrow. So this is the final look. I'm going to record better short videos and share it with you people. And I hope to catch you again tomorrow in my next live. Bye.